Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Troy Trojans, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Volunteers will kick it away to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Troy's offense will get the football first. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football. I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing. So much versatility. Good luck.
Back to throw, it's Smalls. A little release to the back. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. Makes a move. Quick with the spin move. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. So Tennessee's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages eat.
Not enough space. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown ball. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Quick completion to the right. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line. And the Trojans headed quickly to the line. Back to pass, it's Smalls. Oh, they're after him! And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field it close to the 50. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Fire into the right, complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And this Big Orange offense getting it done in the passing game.
And great execution by the quarterback. And when you think about Tennessee offense, man, when they got their trigger man, and they've had some great ones, Peyton Manning, T. Martin, Hendon Hooker had an unbelievable run. They find that guy, man, their offenses have been so hard to stop.
Wants to go up top. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. And the Vols come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Tennessee! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Kansas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Lawrence. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
How about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Play action. Throwing right. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. Neyland Stadium alive. A cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Back to pass. It's Smalls. Working that left side now. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. They punt it away on 4th down. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Volunteers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll leave it with him. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking for a crease. It's Bettis. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Vols look to keep this drive humming.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, two great Vol running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses in some of those great games we had back in the late 90s. This dude right here, man, he just wears you down every single carry.
Creates a little space. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Dalton. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Makes the grab on the left. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Vols come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Zings it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. It's a draw. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. It's complete. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. From the gun. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteer. Quick strike through the air for the score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Leaves it with the back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Leaves it with the running back. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo. Looking for a man. It's Smalls. Going to try to get it himself. Finishes the run with the slide. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Punt is on its way. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. So here is the Tennessee offense. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. At the 40, there he goes. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important to their responsibilities.
Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the air on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
The Volunteers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They go to the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Man, those last two plays were disasters, and now it's 3rd and 17. Under fire. And he made the grab with enough for the first down, but not enough room on the sidelines to stay in bounds. It's 4th down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Dropping back, it's Smalls. Here's the pressure. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
The Trojans will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
The Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground, fighting off the defender.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. And the Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. To the air, it's Smalls. He's got him. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. And the Trojans are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. It's caught downfield. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Try and play action. Pressure coming. Unleashes one. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down. And the Trojans started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Got his man on the right. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Troy.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game. But defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
PAT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand new game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to SMU. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Dropping back, it's Dalton. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Volunteers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There he goes. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Vols. Is there anything this dude can't do? He's channeling his inner Condridge Holloway, Heath Schuler, or dare I say, the great Peyton Manning.
I bet he can't lead the band, Reese. I bet he's not allowed to do that. He's having himself a day, but he's not there yet. But, man, putting up some stats, doing what he wants. This offense is absolutely cooking.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Running into the open space. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Dropping back, it's Smalls. It's on target and complete. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Sparko. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Trojans are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. He lofts one down the sideline. Snags it inside the 20. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now the play fake. Here's the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're down 31-14. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Caught behind the line. It's Bettis. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. And the Vols in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to throw. It's Dalton. Quick completion on the out route. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Good enough for first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand. Now you have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air on first down. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. On 2nd and 10, he 4 wide out set, trips right. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And the Trojans will call on their punt team. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Neyland Stadium.
The Trojans will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection. Looking deep down the right side. Catching stride inside the 15. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. They're going back to the ground. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The Volunteers moving quickly to the line. Scanning the field, it's Dalton. He got it! Touchdown, Tennessee! And the beatdown has ensued.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The play action fake. And the quarterback pulled up to and sacked at the 12.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's able to get it out to the 25, but needed a little bit more to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. And the Trojans will punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. So here is the Tennessee offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. They're working that left side. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47. Back to throw, it's Dalton. It's complete on the right side. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Here comes the heat. Time running out, and he goes down. 34.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Wide open downfield. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Knocking on the door. Offense now in the red zone.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Quickly complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Volunteers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And the extra point splits the uprights. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. Pulled and fired complete. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off the play fake. And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping outside all the time.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Looking to throw at Smalls. Bringing the heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd down.
Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Bettis. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Punts it out of the air. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Vols decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. This drive will open from the 15. He'll keep it himself. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? To the air, it's Balls. Dances away. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got him downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Looking downfield on first down. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the third quarter will wrap up with a big sack. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. He's loose down the middle. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Run in the red zone. It's Caldwell. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Troy. And they take it in for 6 more points. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
On to attempt the try. Right down the boulevard. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Southern Miss is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 10 over LSU. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the move. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Volunteers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And now on second down for this offense. Looking for a gap. It's Bettis. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, running back gets to give. Quick step and go. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Vols pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Got his man. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
The Volunteers have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Vols! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Troy, 21.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be 3rd and long. To throw, it's Temple. Got his man on the outside. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. And the Trojans send out the punt unit.
On to punt it away.
At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Reads it, fires complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And that's a first down.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Fires to the middle. It's caught. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Tries again to get it in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Barges ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Got the quick completion. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side. Looking downfield, it's Temple. Got it in the middle, it's Caldwell. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wide out. Soft spot in the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.